Welcome to the Carolina Beat. I'm Christina Dees, and back in the studio with Juliana Norris Monroe of CP Med Spa Laser and Skin in Jacksonville, getting you beach ready with Juliana's favorite method of hair removal, laser. Nice to have you with us again, Juliana.
Good to be back.
Always a pleasure. Why do you like laser so much?
So we know there are other methods available in professional settings, waxing, electrolysis, but where long-term reduction of coarse hairs, dark coarse hairs is concerned, you really can't beat the efficiency and effectiveness of laser. Waxing gives you a degree of smoothness, but it's temporary. Hair will grow back, and electrolysis has its place, but it works one hair at a time. So when you have larger areas like the legs, back, chest, it's very tedious to perform and to experience. And at the spa, we have the laser wavelengths available for all skin tones, safe and effective, so really not a bunch of limitations there.
How long is a typical laser removal session?
Depending on the amount of surface area we're covering, it can take as little as 5 minutes on the upper lip or chin. Underarms Brazilian sessions might run 15 minutes, and obviously larger areas like the back or the legs are going to be closer to 30, 45.
Now, I know when getting waxed, we're told not to shave for a few weeks. So the hair is long enough. Same type of preparation for laser?
No, definitely not. It's a contraindication to laser an area with hair or stubble on it, especially when we're working with hair removal settings. So the laser is attracted to pigment in the hair. So if we have a target above the skin, we increase the risk of a surface burn and greatly reduce the effectiveness of the treatment overall. We ask our clients to shave the area being treated as close to their appointment time as possible. Morning of is usually most practical. There are situations when we might do a quick run over the skin with a razor immediately prior to the laser pulsing, but coming in freshly shaved, smooth as a baby's bottom, against the grain, that's what we expect.
So is this a one-time thing? And how long before we see an improvement?
Not a one-shot, one-kill. Laser targets terminal hair follicles, which are in the anagen or active growth phase when the bulb or root of the hair is attached to the follicle's blood supply. Terminal hairs would be defined as those with significant texture or coarseness and darker brown pigment. So peach fuzz or vellus hairs are going to be much finer and most likely lack the melanin required for an optimal amount of heat conduction and subsequent follicle destruction. But at any given time, only 10 to 20% of terminal hairs are in the anagen growth phase. So we look to about a 10 to 15% reduction of regrowth after each session, 6 to 8 sessions yielding an approximate reduction of 60% of dark coarse hair follicles.
You keep saying dark hairs. So white, gray, blonde, red hair, not ideal targets for laser?
Correct. They lack sufficient amount of the brown pigment melanin to absorb the laser's energy. And if there's no absorption of the energy into the tissue, there's no heat to disrupt the follicle, the blood supply rather, and deactivate the follicle.
Well, I know you're no stranger to this next question. Does it hurt?
There are services we offer that are much more enjoyable, but overall I relate the very temporary discomfort to that of a warm pinprick for a fraction of a second. We're doing anywhere from 10 pulses to a few hundred with pauses in between, but once the laser stops pulsing, the sensation of a mild sunburn only lasts about 20 minutes, and the results are so worth it. Even 2 to 3 sessions bring about a significant improvement in quality of life, especially when ingrown hairs and shaving irritation is an ongoing concern.
Any reasons a client may not be able to do this?
Pregnancy, recent sun exposure, any medications which have photosensitivity as a side effect. If you're currently under the care of a physician, discussing your wishes to receive laser hair removal and getting approval from them is ideal. We discuss these factors and go over all the details quite thoroughly during the consultation.
What makes you think twice about that monthly waxing appointment? Always so much great info. We look forward to your next visit. Thank you so much for joining us, Juliana.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you as well. All the information is up on the screen, and we'll see you next time.